Now to Deer Park Library, where Mayor Olivia Chow is speaking.
2 minutes away from a library, local library, and they're there every week. And just last night, before I went to bed, while I was doing dishes and cleaning up, I was listening to an audiobook from the library. Library services just have a special place in our communities. They are our study hall, they are our living room, and it's a venue for your event, a place where people collaborate, gather, and connect with each other, learn and create. A place for people of all ages, from toddlers singing songs to seniors looking to use the internet or socialize or even have a book club. So Toronto's dedicated library workers work hard to make this space a welcoming and accessible place for all people in every corner of this city. Libraries are one of the very few places where people can come and spend time where it's completely free. And libraries make life more affordable. There's good news. More people now have library cards than before the pandemic. Wow, over 186,000 people have library cards, young and old. And last year there were 41 million visits to local libraries around the city. That's nearly to the pre-pandemic levels. And I think there are people like me that use Libby, their app. The staff budget introduced last week protects library services and start the process of making them even more available. It introduced over 10,000 additional open hours in libraries across the city. That's 10,000 extra hours. That includes starting Sunday opening hours at 8 libraries across the city, and longer hours in the evenings and on Saturday. Deer Park is one of the libraries that's proposed to be open on Sundays. I've said it many times. I inherited a financial mess. We face a budget shortfall of $1.8 billion. We have a choice. We could cut city services like libraries, or we could protect them and enhance it. And in fact, we all remember previous administration that proposed closing and cutting libraries. I remember our favorite novelist, writer, Margaret Atwood, stepping up, defending the library. It was a decade ago. And the budget process, again, of course, is about choices. And my direction to staff was to protect frontline services. And the staff budget protects libraries and makes them easier to access. I hope to hear from people across Toronto. Do they want us to deal with the financial mess and bring the city back on track, or do they want to cut? Tonight is the last of 3 telephone town halls I'm hosting. If you care about the library or any of many services our city offers, I encourage you to call in. So far, we've had 26,000 people participating. You could also email me or write to our counselors. Tell us if you love the library and want to protect these services. And next week, the Budget Committee will also meet and host deputations from residents. Come and be heard. These opportunities build on the public consultations we had last fall. During those consultations, we heard loud and clear that Torontonians want to protect the frontline services they relied on. Over the coming weeks, I will be, well, actually one more week, I will be listening closely to Torontonians to hear what they think of the staff budget. Then on February 1st, I will introduce my budget, the mayor's budget, to reflect what I've heard. Let's work together to protect services, fix this financial mess, and let's get Toronto back on track so we can build a more caring, affordable, and safe city. Joining me today is the local councillor, Josh Matlow, and the chair of the library board, Councillor Paul Ainsley. Let's hear from them. Should we local first, or?
I think we're going local first.
We're going local. Very important. One of the best city councillors in town, Josh Matlow.
Why, thank you. And equally, it is refreshing to have a mayor who would recognize Margaret Atwood if she saw her on the street.
Yep.
We've been listening to Mayor Olivia Chow speaking at Deer Park Library, talking about some of the extension of library services.